Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Bring It On.
Yes?
Off camera, I changed up Kana's chants. So chant 1 is now purely defensive. It just cycles through all of my defensive chants. Chant 2 is a little bit more on the offensive side, with a focus on Aphiloth, West, Smith, Fear. Since in my current party setup, 3 of my companions have Scion of Flame. So they get that bonus burn damage.
Following your lead.
Alright, let's check these crates.
Quiet.
You notice movement amidst the mud and debris. Inside one of the broken crates, a young bat flaps feebly, pinned in place by a fallen plank. Pick it up. You gently lift the plank out of the way and pick up the young bat. It squeaks once, but seems otherwise content to peer out at the world from the relative safety of your hand. Alright, we got a bog batling. While its wings are still frail and its fur is still growing in patches, there is an ambitious little gleam in this tiny bat's beady eyes. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't have an active effect, so I'm not going to swap out Concelhaut's skull. Sorry, little buddy.
Yeah.
Following your lead.
Also, I forgot to point out, I like all my chants opening up with Blessed is Wingrid, quickest of his tribe, for the movement speed increase. That allows me to get my party into a proper position at the outset of combat.
Yeah.
Light, flame, and sound.
Not that it really matters, I'll have to optimize my chants at this point of the game.
Where they
Alright, it's 29 might.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
This isn't working!
Die!
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Grey Sleeper, which is the wrong sword. I should have St. Edwin's Redeemer equipped instead. Can summon vessels.
I'm ready.
Alright, I was afraid of this. So we have to have Steadfast equipped when we have 28 might.
Yeah.
I do have one more idea. We're going to leave this area for now and come back. I'm going to go rest up and get... Oh, shoot.
Let's go.
Well, you know what? That's a separate bonus, isn't it? That's +5 might. Let's see if this stacks with that.
Following your lead.
Well, that's a darn shame. But not the end of the world. We're only 3 might short. We should be able to get... See, why are these guys not hostile?
Right.
We should be able to get a +3 to might bonus from resting. Yes, I think Cadnua has that. It has +3 to every other buff, or every other attribute.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Alright, so between that and Durance's buff, she'll have just enough might to finish the Soulbound quest. He only has 3 more to go, and Kana has a few more.
Yeah. Sure.
Slowly now. Be cautious. Be constant.
Okay, we're almost done with this area. Which means we're almost done with the DLC and this quest. So we move on with the main quest.
Right.
A wall of thick vines rises from the mud of the bog. They grow in unnatural, twining cords, bristling with thorns. Though there are gaps between the vines, maneuvering through will take some care and time. Go on through. As you approach the vines, they shudder and pull away from you, forming a clear path through which to cross. You pass safely, only to hear rustling behind you as the vines bar passage, going into a tight knot of thorns and vegetation. You notice movement up ahead. A robed figure rushes forward, stumbling through the muck. He blows a single, piercing tone on a signal horn. The sound carries through the bog, echoing off the cloistered trees and ruins. Beneath it, you hear an ominous rumble, and the murky water to the north begins to bubble and pitch. That was unexpected. A slick, scaly snout crests the water's surface. It's the only warning you receive before a massive beast rises from the fog in a shower of mud and bog water. The dragon shakes vegetation from its horns, then lowers its head to set a keen eye upon you. Yeah, hold your ground. The dragon watches you disinterestedly. It stands still, as if waiting. You notice a small dark shape in the distance. Two dragons? You feel a sudden buffeting gust of wind from above as the shape grows. A winged silhouette descends swiftly upon the clearing. As the second dragon comes to a heavy landing, you take note of the figure atop its back. A woman with sweeping horns, garbed in flowing robes. She slides from the dragon's back in one graceful movement.
The Watcher of Cadnua. I expected you'd find us eventually.
Oh, it's Llengrath. So she's probably the one that sent the Torn Bannermen after Concelhaut.
I'm a little more surprised to find you're still carrying that abomination around. I imagine Concelhaut is better company without his tongue.
You sent the assassin.
I sent a scout. Her task was to follow you, no more. But her death was always a possibility. One she accepted. I am Llengrath.
She bows slightly at the waist. I thought Llengrath was a man.
As was my predecessor. He too lives on in me. We are all, you see, Llengrath.
She smiles.
Llengrath knew something Concelhaut did not. The brevity of life should be embraced, not feared. Each generation brings with it renewed strength and saves us from stagnation. When his time came, Llengrath was willing to let go, to leave his memories and body behind. He entrusted the gift of his life force, his vibrant spirit, to a worthy successor. Concelhaut clung to his pathetic existence like a leech. And there are others like him, who would see all the world serve as kindling, if only their flame can go on burning. Concelhaut's knowledge cannot outlive him.
She looks at you pointedly. So I'm a loose thread.
Yes, that is where we stand. You have knowledge of Concelhaut's efforts, his limited success. I cannot let you leave. And I have promised Governerkos and to Resolvus an opportunity to pit their strength against one of the Dragon Slayers.
How would she know that I'm a dragon slayer? Is this only added if I defeat the Alpine Dragon? Or the Adra Dragon of Cadnua? Why is the phylactery so dangerous?
Think on it. You must have seen how desperately Kith cling to their lives, what measures they're willing to take to ensure theirs is the consciousness that lingers longest. The phylactery was to be Concelhaut's great triumph over death. All the evil that Kith have done in search of falsehoods would pale in the face of what they will do for the truth.
I'm not sure everyone's as willing as Concelhaut was to carve up their own skulls.
It only takes one.
Concelhaut and I weren't exactly friends.
And for killing him, at least, I do thank you. But you should not have interfered. Commander Ballerin would have brought me the phylactery. All of this could have been avoided.
Why hire the Torn Bannermen anyway?
Discretion. It would hardly have been ideal to fly in atop Gavanerkos and get the attention of every dragon hunter in the region. I'd heard the Bannermen were competent. It turns out that you're more competent.
How is it you're working with such creatures?
These two? They're quite young, but already appallingly bright. There's no greater aim than to leave behind a lasting legacy, to teach those who will learn.
Llengrath's teachings are interesting. We will strengthen our souls as they do. Mowrghek Îen will be our home for eons.
What if I just give you the phylactery? The moment the words pass your lips, you feel a wave of anger exuding from the skull at your side.
We could simply take it from you. After.
You don't want to fight me.
To the contrary, I would relish the challenge. Let's match horns, you and I. There could be no worthier contest. In truth, I am glad you came. It saves me the effort of chasing you.
Wait, at least help me understand.
It'd be a shame to die confused.
It's not as if you'll understand for very long, but as you wish.
You possess more than Llengrath's title. What about his memories?
His memories, his awareness, those died with him. But his power remains. As a watcher, you must have seen by now that certain spirits possess more strength than others. His knowledge we secure in the usual way. It is my hope that we will someday spread Llengrath's teachings beyond our numbers.
Your books are too small to read. Better to learn it in song.
How did you become Llengrath?
A great deal of study, and a little magic. Once a suitable candidate has been selected, their predecessor gives up his life and essence, and the soul is transferred. I studied for many years and was selected, but at any step I might have turned away, buried myself in common living. My choice was to stay.
Song.
No, no singing.
The dragon grinds its jaws. You don't find that unnatural?
Not at all. The energy of souls is a natural force all around us. Every being leaves traces of their passing, even as their essence finds root in new soil. We accept that the cycle exists, and that death will come. It is what we leave behind that matters. A life bettered by our efforts.
I found some of your victims in the bog.
Intruders, mostly. How pleasant it would be to live in a world where nothing unfortunate ever happened to those who didn't deserve it, don't you think?
That would be dreadful.
Were you and Concelhaut always enemies?
No, not at all. Oh, he and the original Llengrath were distantly aware of each other, I'm sure, being masters in their field. I learned of his obsessions too late. Perhaps if we'd been on better terms, I could have convinced him to reconsider. Too late in any case. My apologies, Concelhaut.
She smiles at the floating skull. Why are you out here?
Why? Because it's quiet, out of the way. The local wildlife keeps out the rabble.
She laughs.
I've never minded being out in the open air, but some of the apprentices found it difficult at first. But a bright young mind that can't survive contact with blood and dirt will fare very poorly in this world.
That's all I wondered about.
A curious mind is a gift. Perhaps your soul will retain that quality.
If we must fight, so be it.
Better luck on the next turn of the wheel, my friend. I'm sure you'll be remembered.
I've never eaten a watcher before.
And that's not about to change. There's a lot of enemies. Throw a sunbeam down, I guess right there.
Consumed by the...
So before I forget, let's go and drop this on Pallegina. Alright, chop chop, buddy. Okay, off to a terrible start. Main characters got melted.
I can't. Offset Worthen.
I don't know why this she's been polymorphed like that, but she can go after Llengrath herself. Did she hit? She did. Perfect. Alright, so weaken, dread haze, and sickened. I've never seen a purple effect here. But it doesn't bode well.
Join arms!
He went down immediately. It's no good. Alright, so I'm gonna drop Symbol of Mowrghek Îen over here. Hopefully kill those kobolds. These ones over here are still a problem. Let's see if we can stun this guy.
This isn't working!
Alright, we're gonna burn through a few of our charges of the Remembrance Ashes, because why not? Well, you know what, he's still alive. Let's just do this instead. Okay. Alright, let's get some more offensive spells out, but first we'll get that out. I'm gonna send these weapons over here to help out Adair and then take out these kobolds. I believe that's the best use of it. Palangina, solo Llengrath. It's the dragons that are the actual threats. The wizard not so much.
The Varu beyond seek!
Alright, what else do we have? Let's get... this out. Go and pop that.
This isn't working.
It shouldn't last much longer. Let's get a stun lance on him.
Leparu, beyond sync!
Oh, he's highly resistant to burning. Okay, we have other spells we can use.
What? This isn't working.
I bring your...
Alright. Keep the buffs coming. Let's see. So he's straight up immune to burning and resistant to shock.
Yeah? Low Western.
Yes, that was bound to happen. Oh, that's right. I have that sword equipped, so I can't just resurrect him. It's okay. Once this guy's down, I'll summon some ogres.
Need to try something else.
This guy really doesn't want to just go down. I guess is understandable. Alright, come on, buddy.
Following your lead.
That didn't work.
Haravius got the kill with a level 1 spell. Fantastic.
Need to try something else.
Roll up.
Attack!
That didn't work. Need to try something else. Need something?
Cool. Main character got the last hit. That's all I care about. And Steadfast is fully upgraded. Alright, 2 new paragraphs. Odoric maintained contact with the surviving members of his unit after the war. Though he had struggled with bouts of melancholy since childhood, Odoric was well regarded as a capable and charismatic leader, devoted to his comrades. It was soon proposed that he should lead the others in forming a tight-knit collective of fighting men, united not by desire for coin, but by their duty to their fallen comrades and to their countrymen. Many of the Iron Flail's early engagements would be against less discerning mercenary companies, which Odoric condemned as particular danger to settlements along the Recapture border. In time, the Iron Flail's many victories, and Odoric's seemingly dauntless will, would draw many more recruits into the fold. The Iron Flail soon had the backing of several prominent families, and was even rumored to have the blessing of Recapture's ruling powers.
Right.
I kinda wish the music would calm down a little bit. That's it. And now she's immune to Terrified with the sword as well. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was a surprising encounter.
Keeping an eye out.
Cool, they give us a shortcut out of here. Not sure what the implication is that Llengrath was using Zvef. Okay, Curse of Cold Clay. Rewards 25% experience, remembrance of life's warmth, some copper, and an average item. All across the Eastern Reach, people are being buried in graveyards or returning from the dead as vampires? Examination by locals has revealed that animancers had tampered with several grave sites prior to the burial. Local lords have released bounties for the capture of whoever is responsible. Unfortunately, the rapid spread of the events leads many to believe that a group, not a single individual, is behind the experiments.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we will leave the bog. And I think we'll start doing Adair's quest. Drink a beverage in every bar in the Eastern Reach to unlock the next level. We may not be able to finish it. This is a town over here. But we can at least get it started. So I'm assuming Gilded Vale. We can't access the ones in Defiance Bay quite yet. I believe there's one in Cadnua now as well, so we'll stop by there. Stalwart, Deerford Village. I believe there's two here. There's one in Copper Lane and one in Brackenbury. I think it's just the brothel and Audra's Gift. We'll figure it out. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.